Hi, soul family. I'm going to do, I have a message to deliver, and I just read through the whole thing and realized it wasn't recording. So maybe that was to get my thoughts together. I had a client that's from Canada, and the person gave me a very, very high compliment and said, I'm calling back if you remember who I am. And they were saying, I just want you to know you're one of the best that I've dealt with. And it was extremely high compliment, because the way that our readings have been is when I speak to him, I feel like I'm a complete mess because I'm channeling. I don't understand what I'm being given while I'm being given it. And a lot of the times I become a medium. I start having his dead relatives come through me, and it's extremely emotional for me. It's hard for my body to handle. This person got enough out of me, I guess, the first time to understand, because this person was smart. They were able to string things together, right? So I said from the beginning, look, everything that's happening in your work life is also happening in your relationships. The man has a person that he loves. She's out in the cold. They're not speaking. She's not speaking to him. He wants her back in his life. It's definitely a union, a divine union. I was given the number 11, which is the divine union. You see this woman standing there. She's like a stone statue. And his ship, that's her ship coming in, right? But that ship is moving away. But it's dropping rose petals as it goes. The song is balancing act, but she's looking after that ship. She doesn't want that ship to go away. She knows those rose petals are dropping from her, but she's immobile. She's not moving. And Spirit's message was, you are the wizard, right? You know what's going on, but you also have the wizard from Spirit talking to you. Is this your uncle? Is this your aunt? Is this your father? Someone who's passed into Spirit recently. Low-flying angels. Calling on all low-flying angels. I called them in this morning. Somebody from down under comes up, okay? I'll bring this all in. Right now, he's out in the ghost lands, right? He's out in the cold. Or she's out in the cold, however this applies in your life. It's a wasteland, and the clock is ticking. It's moving forward, but it's out of your control. Spirit is saying that Ganesh is listening, the obstacle remover. There is someone that knows information. They are an obstacle remover. They're listening. They are standing on top of a mountain. The sea is beneath them, below them. There is somebody else that's down under. That house is on fire. But they show me an ostrich carrying that whole land forward, moving it forward. And the message is the same for what's going on in Australia right now. The land down under is on fire. Spirit's got a plan. Mirrors is playing right now. Oh my God, this is insane. Spirit's got a plan. They're going to move mountains to make something happen. This one listening is standing on top of that mountain, balancing on top of the back of the obstacle remover. The wizard of awareness is listening. This is the ascended master. This is the one who's gone into Spirit, that's from you, that you know, that's working with you. This ascended master. My mother is working with me. The messages this morning, so many came out this morning. There's two brothers that are fighting. One's a hippie. The other is not. The other might be looking down at the other one because of their lifestyle, right? But there's somebody in Spirit, the wizard, that's paying attention. The number is 3. Third-party situation. Ascended Master's working with you. He's holding a staff that represents a serpent. There could be somebody that's in the medical field. There's definitely healing taking place in a relationship. Somebody's paying attention. They show me somebody's uncle. They show me somebody's aunt. Okay? But basically what's going on, I'm going to go back. There was a story that happened. I had a best friend, and she was younger than me, and she wasn't allowed to do very much, and I wanted more freedom. So I made a new best friend. I met her, and I liked the way she was beautiful and confident and outgoing. And so I went out of my way to become friends with this person. And she became my new best friend. My other friend kind of migrated towards, we were all friends. I never stopped loving my best friend. But this other one became my friend for a time, right? Soon I found that this person was questionable in the things that they did. They weren't as, this person was in the same religious beliefs as me, but they were always kind of living on the outside edge. They were always doing things that people didn't know. They got in trouble, and she got pregnant. She had a baby, and I went to her wedding. Nobody else was allowed to go, but I went. My brother and I stood up for them, and we went. And they had this baby, Paige. And Paige says, "Forget me not." The baby says, "Forget me not." This person, my friend, told a lie. Well, I didn't know it was a lie. The person told me a secret. And the secret was about somebody's husband having an affair. And I said, "You need to tell her," because she was both of our friends. All of us were friends. My original best friend, her, the one that we're speaking about, we were all friends. And we all belonged to the same organization. And she said, "I'm not saying anything." And I said, so I went to my dad and I said, "What do I do?" Went to father, right? "What do I do?" And my dad said to me, "You need to tell her. You have to tell her. That's her husband." So I said, "If you don't tell her, I have to." And she's like, "I'm not saying anything." So I told. And now, weeks later, we're out, all of us together. All of us. Everyone that I mentioned. And the couples, there were 2 couples that were married. My friend that had the baby, the other couple, and then my friend Jody and I. And we were the single ones. So we're all there, and all of a sudden, they all get up and go to the bathroom, and I'm sitting at the table with the husbands. Now, this could be reversed. You could be the one man sitting at the table with the wives, and all the guys went somewhere, right? So what happens is, I'm like, okay, what's going on? And I got a ride. I came with that friend that told me the secret, her and her husband. So I got a ride with her and her husband. I go into the bathroom, and everyone stops talking, and they all look at me. So the one that was told confronted my friend that I told the secret to about her husband. She confronted the one who told me, and she denied it. She denied saying it. And when she denied saying it, everyone looked at me like I was making up drama, like I was making up a story. And I said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "That's what you said that to me." And she was very calm and cool and collected, and said, "I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. You're lying." And I was just like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" And I lost it. I snapped, because one thing I'm not is a liar. I never lie. I'm a bad liar. If I were ever to lie, you would know it. I'm not a good liar. I don't lie. Song, "You think you're better now. I say that I'm better when you're not there, but that's because you're not there. I'm sorry. I would have done everything for you. You're the love of my life. Hold that to the side." Okay, so this one lies. And everyone looks at me like I'm this problem. And I lost it. And I said, "You're a fucking bitch." Now, because I'm not supposed to use words like that as a Jehovah's Witness, I looked like I was, thy lady. And she even said, "I think you protest just a little too much." This one was a manipulator. I have never, ever spoken to that person again. That person's daughter is Paige. Paige says, "Forget me not." That person's son may be Paige, okay? There's a story of a titmouse. I don't know how much of this I got on this video or how much of it was on the last video, but I'm walking in Fallbrook, and the only area that there's a forest near me. I'm walking along the forest, and everywhere I go, I see a great horned owl. The great horned owl is the seer. And I heard a bird. And I said, "That's a titmouse." And then I said to myself, "How do you know it's a titmouse? You don't even know what a titmouse is." So clearly my higher self said to me, "That's a titmouse." I went and I looked up what the titmouse was. Now, there's a proverb, a Cherokee proverb. Somebody told a lie one time. They told a lie one time. But from that point on, it was pretty bad. But from that point on, everything that came out of their mouth was not trusted, because they lied. So the message is, don't lie. Because now somebody believes that you won't believe anything I have to say because I lied, right? So I have never been friends with that person again, ever, ever. How could you be my best friend and lie to me straight to my face and make me look like a liar to everyone else, right? They ended up getting divorced, and her husband ended up, he's friends with my brother, who I don't speak to either, because of the same similar situation that he's done. And he's done very, very, he's stolen, he's done bad things. So I don't talk to him. We all are doing our lessons. We're all here for lessons, right? Is this recording? Yes. Okay. So I told you the story is about 2 brothers that are fighting. I am wearing the Queen of Swords today when I woke up. I had 2 necklaces I wanted to put on. I wanted both of them on. I wanted this one on. Well, first of all, this is my favorite necklace. I remade this necklace. I restrung it myself when it broke, and I like the way I made it better, but I love this necklace. It's like I want to wear it every day. But I also love this necklace. And so I put it on, but it's too much. And so I started to put knots in it to tie it to make it shorter, right? So that I thought, well, who says that I can't wear them both, right? I could wear it like that. And I heard it, and I like it like that. Ooh, I like it really short like that. So I heard in my head, well, that's gonna look like a dog's breakfast. There's too much there. But remember the story of my father coming to me with buckets of paint with my twin soul, and he said, you wanna help? And we said, yes. And he said, okay, you can paint. And he handed me 7 buckets. 7 buckets. It's been 7 years that my twin and I have been separated. This February, March. And I looked at the 7 colors and I said in my head, this will be a dog's breakfast. But in all reality, it was a character home we were building. Now think about it, a character. I'm a character. My mother was a character. Do you know what a character is? They're unique, they're different, right? They don't really give a crap what anybody else says, and I like this together. So basically I was taught by my father that you look at these pieces, you saw it in pieces, you didn't understand it. But now when you put it all together, it's beautiful, right? So it's like when that man, when Spirit channels messages to me and gives me messages from the spirits, from the dead, when I have mediumship coming through me, and I don't even understand what I'm saying or why I'm saying it until I can piece it together in front of me. And this man has learned to be patient with me because he knows he's going to get answers, right? I've been shown for a long time that there's a lion watching me, a Leo watching me. This person is listening to the sparrow. It's a lion. The lion is the king of the jungle. It doesn't have to be a Leo, okay? It's just the energy. The lion is listening to this lowly sparrow. It doesn't have to just be me. It can be you, right? Why? It's like the fool. Here's the message. I wrote this down this morning. Everybody thinks that the fool is the Aries in the zodiac, right? But they're wrong. The fool is actually Aquarius. My stepfather is Aquarius. And he's the dreamer, he's an entrepreneur, he's brilliant, right? He's got 0 social skills and bad boundaries, but he's brilliant. And he's very sensitive underneath it all and he's able to cut himself off from his emotions. That's just giving you information. So what you hear is the fool is the one that the king listens to. So the king is listening to Aquarius. I heard in my head a couple of years ago, I am Aquarius. And I'm like, who? Who are you? I am Aquarius. You know, maybe it's just the energy. And here I'm thinking, is it an Aquarius? No, it's the Aquarius energy. It's the King of Swords. It's the Queen of Swords. It's the Prince of Swords, right? Somebody who is logical, so who's able to remove themselves from their emotion. Somebody who's truthful, tells the truth, is able to be objective. Now, if you're King of Swords in reverse, you're a liar, you're manipulative, and you hurt people and you don't care. That is who they say is after me. The King of Swords is after me. It can be a female, it can be a woman, a male, it doesn't matter. This person is after me. They don't care. They play dirty because they want what they want. They want to win, okay? So I wrote down the Aquarius. They're the risk taker. They're fun. They're a bit of a rebel, right? It talks about loving being in the energy of this one. It feels home in the energy of this one. The Aquarius is seen as releasing themselves from the Capricorn, the tyranny of the Capricorn, which is represented by the devil who is tyrannical control. And when you are released from the control of the Capricorn, you're turning more towards this rebel, the sacred rebel, which is freedom of expression, freedom of self, the character, right? This is all coming together. I know it may sound like a dog's breakfast, but it's going to be beautiful in the end. Spirit's got a plan. So the devil is Capricorn, right? Or anything that's related to toxic control. So anyone that's wanting to control. The message is none of us get to control anything because that's not love. Anyone that wants to control a situation is abusing anyone and anything. So it can be aspects of ourselves, right? Okay, so what we're talking about now is these, I don't speak to that person, right? they end up divorced. But the husband's a friend of mine, hangs out with my brother, and the only time I ever hear from my brother is when that person gets together with my brother and says, what's going on with your sister? Have you talked to her? Because he knows. My brother's an alcoholic. My brother's got issues, right? And he wants us back together, my brother and I. And this is spirit, you know, saying, don't take your brother to court. When my brother stole from me my inheritance, I had choices. What was I going to do? And my mother said, don't take your brother to court. I'll take care of you. I'll see that. And it's been years. And I haven't gotten my money, right? I had all of my things stolen from my storage unit. All my antiques were stolen from my house. All these things stolen from me, and I went to court with the storage unit, and I was going to get a lot of money, and then all of a sudden the judge was bought. Literally, the judge was bought, or maybe my lawyers were. I don't know. Somebody was bought off. Spirit showed me, and my lawyers advised me to sign an agreement, and I got $7,000. I should have gotten hundreds of thousands of dollars. My mother's ashes were in there. It's like somebody stole my mother's body, but somebody got bought off. Okay, so I'm thinking, okay, well, it's been, I still haven't been taken care of, but it's not all about riches. Remember, it's not all about finances. It's about being taken care of in the right way. Delays are divine detours. They're showing the land down under is suffering, but they show spirit's got them. They're moving. They'll handle it. There are things that we can't control. In this situation with this person, there is a business deal. This man is the magician, right? This guy is the one that's flipping all the cards. He's the one who's doing everything. And this one comes forward. The one is listening. This one, the obstacle remover. There is someone who knows the truth of a story that's able to remove an obstacle between what's going, and the song right now, it's going down. I'm yelling timber, right? The bigger they are, the harder they fall. She says she won't, but I bet she will. Okay, so somebody's been listening all this time, collecting information. And the wizard of awareness, right? Putting things together. Almost acting like a police officer. I was shown, when I looked at my page, I was literally shown England and France. That's Canada. England and France is Canada. We speak English and French. And you have to have both on every carton of milk, right? So there's somebody in Canada that's collecting all this information. And this whole situation is like a one-ring circus. So what's going on is there are brothers that are at odds, okay? And in this man's business, the brother are at odds because of the woman, the wife. The wife caused there to be a problem. And he wanted to know what was happening with him and this woman that he loved, you know, this one that's got him out in the cold. And the message that I got was the bone collector. I don't know where it is in here. And then the song came on just like right now. If the bones are good, the rest don't matter. I told him about my trailer, how my trailer looked really cute on the outside. But then when I thought I was just gonna have to decorate it a little bit. But once I started pulling down, you know, the parts of the walls, I recognized that there was so much more damage than I realized. Water damage, emotional damage from the previous owners, from who knows what that went on before I came to it, right? And the more I pulled away, the more extensive the damage I saw. And it was like, wow, do you just want to scrap this? And I got, no, hell no, I don't freaking quit. But I was still concerned. The floor was bagging and sagging, right? And if the frame is busted, you know, so I cut open the center of the floor to see, and I opened it up, and they showed me coming apart. And you may think something's coming apart, but when I opened up the center, it's almost like having surgery, right? God, there's so many messages here. I found that the bones were good. The frame was not affected. The floor was affected. Everything, I was in a deep freeze, right? This person is in a deep freeze by the person that loves them. And there's also a problem with the brother because of the wife, and they're at loggerheads, right? And so his uncle came through. He goes, that's my uncle. My uncle was the mastermind. And I said, he's your mirror. And I showed how these two were the same. And they showed me two flamingos facing off. And I said, there's two facing off. One has a butterfly above their head. That one's a liar. Here's the one trying to do all the juggling, right? The magician trying to figure out what the hell's going on because something in the home is upside down. So, come on, here they are. So they're facing off, right? One's got a butterfly above them and the other one does not. One presents themselves, one just came out of the chrysalis. They've reawakened. They've recognized something. There's been a rebirth to this one. But you want to, there's a mirror. There's two looking at each other, right? Something, wake me up when it's all over. I was finding myself and I didn't even know I was lost, right? So, but they're facing off. And I said, there's a face off. And he goes, yes, that's between, you know, my brother and his wife. He goes, and I'm not giving in. And I said, no, your father said not to give in. You set boundaries. You set boundaries. But there's also something going on here as well. They also showed me the dog and the pig. And they called them twins. Twins in actuality, they're not always the same in every way, are they? The same but different, an unlikely duo, but it works, doesn't it? Think of how the difference between them can bring playful excitement, knowledge, and experience from one to the other. They're gonna see things differently. One's a cop, the other isn't, right? One is used to, the pig also represents somebody used to luxury. The other one doesn't have it. One is loyal. One is best friend, loyalty, love, protection. The other one comes from a place of maybe something else, right? But together, it's they're not always the same, but the same can be very boring, right? They're unique. So I said, it's showing you another mirror with everything that's going on here. Yes, you're to set boundaries with your brother and his wife because she's causing a problem, right? You can, but your aunt is now coming through. Your aunt who is very compassionate and loving, and she's saying, this is you and your brothers, because what I looked up and I saw, a spirit was just leading me like crazy. I looked up on my page and I'm looking for clues, right? Because spirit, and then I'm looking at it again, French and English, there's the clues. They show me German. German is my ex. My daughter's father was German. They're showing me the difference between something that couldn't work and then a rose that will never die. I'm thinking of Beauty and the Beast, okay? So what they're showing me is, what they gave me was the Brothers Grimm. And I said the Brothers Grimm, it's a fairy tale, but it looks like a fairy tale romance, but it's a complete disaster. It was a nightmare. It wasn't a fairy tale. What it looked like this on the outside, but it was a prison. It wasn't a palace. And so this person needs to ask themselves, what do you feel? You know, what are you willing to commit to? I see spirit hands being joined by spirit, and one is holding a starfish in their hand and the other one is reaching out. Spirit is handling this. So the message is, you move forward with your house on your back. You move forward, you do your thing. You see this one that's up there listening, that's balancing on this mountain over the sea, right? You move forward with your life. This one's watching you balance. They're watching that ship. That was their ship coming in, and that ship is dropping flowers. And they're turning back and they're looking at that ship sailing away. The number is 11. It's a sacred number. There's a union. So I'm saying, in regards to your girlfriend, the same thing is happening with this situation as is what's happening in the other situation. It's a mirror of what's happening. Don't take your brother to court. Don't take your brother to court. You're twins, but you're different. There's something going on here. You're seeing brothers going to head, going toe to toe. They're fighting. But spirit doesn't want them to fight. They want a miracle to take place. And a miracle can take place. Because it's the ascended master that's in spirit right now that is also listening. I'm wearing bracelets right now. I made this one for myself. And I made this one for my twin soul. And I took it back and I gave it to myself. I thought, I'll wear it. I give everything to him. I'll give it to myself. Right? I'm wearing it. I looked at these other bracelets, the diffuser bracelets on my hand. And this one has a coin on the end of it. And I just realized that the coin that's on the end of it has got a 3. Full circle completion. The ascended master's working with you. There's so many messages that are flying. You may not understand every message that I'm giving. Somebody does. There is somebody, even if it's one person, this person knows how to put it all together. They're listening. They're figuring it all out. Right now, something is not able to be moved. Okay? They're in a place, they're in a ghost land. They're in a wasteland. They can't hear you. They're unwilling to hear you. They are coming across as the king or the queen of swords. Leave them be. Set a boundary. Leave them be. Don't take your brother to court. Set boundaries. Leave them be. Now, it also means don't judge, right? Because when you take someone to court, you're judging them. They said allow the federal government to handle it. That's what I got. Allow the government to handle it. Step aside. You step aside and let what is going to happen happen. It's not for you to carry, right? It's not for you to carry. They're asking for solitude. They're asking for you to step back. Now, what's interesting is Canada is called a federal, they are a federal government, the whole country. So the strength is allowing the angels to handle it. You have more in common. This one who lied, this one is a mirror for my life. This mirror has a son that doesn't speak to them. The one who lied has a son that doesn't speak to them, who looks at them and doesn't like them because of their beliefs and what they practice, how they practice. You're looking at a mirror, but they're different, okay? Good twin, bad twin. You're looking at two that are very, very similar, but they're not the same. One is the Queen of Swords upside down. The other one is not. The other one is loyal. There were those two best friends, and one told a lie. The other one didn't, but the other one looked like they were the bad person. They weren't the bad person. It was the other one. There was a separation, and nobody says that because you have to be a spiritual person that you got to put up with somebody's bad behavior, right? You're doing a balancing act right now, and you're watching your ship that was coming for you, dropping rose petals, moving away from you because of what's going on in this situation. You need to make the right choices. So I'm going to stop at that, and I'm going to give you your items to choose from. Wow, I powered that out in 26 minutes. That's awesome. This pen felt so good in my hand. I was writing down my notes. I have a book. Where's my book? Is this my book? That's me, right? Life coach, intuitive readings, dream analysis, Reiki healing, Queen of Wands, ceremonial sage wands. This is my business card. So I put it, and then they said you could get a, I'm not stuck up. I don't have pictures of myself because I think I'm all that in a bag of chips. It was marketing, right? Just like, because they gave me little, well, I needed a notebook, so that's for me. And it's my work. It's also to remind me that I am capable, and it also shows me that I am working with, what am I working with here? The pendulum. The pendulum works with your own higher self. So you have your own answers. There's a lot of messages in this. So I'm writing down this book. I had magnets with my business card on it, and I gave them out to family members, right? So they had my phone number, address, and to certain clients, and I used to do that. So I'm writing down, I love the way this pen feels in my hand. This pen, when I looked at this, I saw an earth element. The Capricorn, the devil, right? The one that's controlling. But when I went to write, I said, why is it that what I like doesn't write? Why is it the one that I love doesn't write? That's what I said. And I threw the pen down. I keep trying to write with this pen, but there's no ink coming from it. It won't write. So why keep working with something that's not going to work with you? So then I pick up this cheap plastic pen, and it's working. Isn't that interesting? Something that doesn't look the way it should. The cheap plastic pen worked. The one that was the expensive one, the heavyweight, it didn't work. So that was another message. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the items that you're going to choose from, and they were going to be, okay, this is it. Another. What I'm wearing are essential oil bracelets. I make these, right? If you would like them, my website is www.theangelswhisper.com. This one is Sodalite, which is your best friend, comfortable pair of jeans. It's my stone. This also with lava, which is also me, right? Lava is like a freaking volcano. I told you what happened when I was accused of lying. I blew my top. I take a lot. You push me, you push me, you push me, you push me. I take a lot, and then I blow like a freaking volcano, and then it's over. I don't really hold a grudge. I don't hold a grudge. I don't speak to that person because that person has never admitted the truth. They have never admitted the truth. They have held that lie this whole time. All these years. Freaking, I can't even tell you how many years, 25 years ago. And I don't want to be in the presence of a liar. And it's interesting, many, many years, my best friend stopped speaking to me too. Her family, they all pulled away from me. Like I was the one that was wrong. And it was lonely, and I missed everybody. And especially the one who the lie was told about. She was a sweetheart. And I saw her years and years later, and I said, you know, it just really bothers me. I wrote to her and I said, it really bothers me that you didn't believe me. And she said, what makes you think I didn't believe you? I knew you weren't lying. I just didn't want the drama at the time. I just thought, and I said, why didn't you tell me that? I have gone 25 years thinking you thought I lied to you. And she said, I'm really sorry. This person just wanted to keep it calm, didn't want anybody mad. So anyway, that's the volcano in me, right? I can be your best friend, but I'll freaking blow my top. But then I cool down, especially if you tell me the truth. And what's on here is a Native American. This was my mother's coin. And on the back side of it is the sacred buffalo. And what's so cool is I've been posting that the sacred buffalo they were on the brink of extinction. And where is it, you guys? Come on, pull it up quick. I've had incredible dreams, lucid dreams, oh my God. Okay, once doomed, America's recovering bison are saving U.S. ecosystems. And I said, hopefully we have learned the importance of allowing our wildlife to live and protect them as well. Save our animals, endangered animals on the comeback, right? Endangered ones on the comeback. So this is your one item to choose from. We'll call this Earth element, right? Mother Nature, Mother Earth. The next item and it will be the essential oils. Because with these essential oils, you not only with these diffuser bracelets get the benefits of the crystals themselves, they all have healing energy, powerful energy. They're also Reiki charged. I'm a Reiki master. There's healing in that. And then you put your essential oil on the lava stones. So they hold that. So you've got triple, 3. But the number 3 is huge for me. It just keeps coming back again and again. So the essential oils you can choose from. This was my mom's set. I found another set and I bought it. It was one of her sets that was stolen out of my case. My mother was very much into this. Then there's this one, this smaller case. Eucalyptus, and I think about the koala bear. You know, the house is on fire and they're needing help. And they live in the eucalyptus trees. There's a message in that and you know what it is and you know who you are. And then they show me lemongrass. I love lemongrass. And lavender, which is calming. Lang lang, which is a little bit sweet. There's so many different ones. And then they show me Palo Santo. I love Palo Santo. It's a sacred wood that you burn like sage, right? But this is Palo Santo essential oil. So that's what I'm choosing right now. It's the most amazing smell. God, it's amazing. It's protective, it's clearing, and it's beautiful. So we're gonna, it's too bad these are from the earth too. So can we switch this? We'll switch this and we'll make this water element, okay? Because of the blue and the sea. And I'm thinking of the volcanoes that are usually in Hawaii and the sea all around it. This will be water element. This will be earth element, the essential oils. This earth element is essential in my life, okay? So we'll put that to the side there. Then we have the one with the 3. That's the other bracelet. This one is made of wood beads, all wood beads and leather. And it's got this coin. So why did you choose this one? Air, I was just shown air, okay? Air element, boy, that's gonna throw me because everything feels like earth to me. Isn't that interesting? So that's why you don't go by zodiac signs because everything, we have all of these elements within us, right? I am Aquarius. I'm not Aquarius. I'm a freaking Pisces, Gemini, Aries, but I am Aquarius. I am a sacred rebel, right? So there's that. Then we have what? We've got essential oils, we've got this one, then we've got the breath of life, which is going to be fire. This is a Jewish symbol. Hi, I think is how you say it. And when I look at it, I see a horse, which is representing forward movement, to me, assistance by spirit. That is going to be fire, okay? One of the messages I told this man that, well, I didn't tell him, I got channeled through to him was, you're the master magician. You're the one that's able to pull it all together. You're very good at what you do. Yes, I am. And everyone comes to me. And I said, yeah. And if you think that you can do it all yourself, you've got another thing coming. Because if you think you're the be all end all and everybody and you got to do it all, you're stuck in ego and you're being told to step back. You're being told to stop trying to control. You're being told to allow assistance to come to you. The number is 3. Right? Which is assistance from the ascended masters. They're trying to teach you. And if you were wise, you would be listening to what they're saying. So I said, I'm speaking for myself too. Don't be mad at me. He says, I'm not. And I said, why is it that I'm crying and you're not? And he said, I am literally freaking out right now. I'm trying to hold it together so that you stay calm. He says, believe me, I'll be crying when I get off the phone. And I'm just like, it was so much. It was so much, I gotta tell you. Oh my God. Somebody told a lie. I'm wondering what's on your mind. You're pulling away. Something's on your mind. I made a dumb mistake. You start to tremble and your voice begins to break. The cigarettes on the counter weren't your friends, they were my mates. And I see the color draining from my face. A lie. It was a lie. I know you love her, but you gotta let her go. There's also a message about somebody is pretending to be straight when they're actually gay and they're having a relationship with someone else and they're saying it was somebody else when in fact that's what was going on and they're splitting. Message. All right, here we go. No, okay, no more of this one. No more of the Enchanted map. Good, because that was like, freaking, I gotta clear this deck. That's why I'm wearing this Palo Santo. I need my energy cleared. I told him, I said, I gotta get off the line right now because you are too much for me. And that's a message in itself. Sometimes, especially in a sacred union, you get information and it's so much that you gotta pull away in order to process or clear your energy. And yet you need to communicate. Because there are people who don't understand that you're just wanting no drama. You just need to calm down, right? 25 years I thought that person thought I was a liar. And it broke my heart. Knowing all along that I wasn't. God. Okay, so the deck, I don't want to work with this deck. This deck is miserable. I don't know. Right now I can't. There's been enough sadness. Dr. Doolittle, that's what I was going to talk to you about. Okay, show me the cards. It's going to be animals, right? Spirit animals. Dr. Doolittle is a doctor of the animals. I want to take my daughter to Dr. Doolittle, and Dr. Doolittle is my mirror because I'm Dr. Doolittlist. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Forget me not. Everything fell on the floor. How many? Three fell on the floor. Okay, the Lynx came out, the keeper of secrets. Sometimes you have to tell a secret is the message, right? Take time out from the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you know you trust in what you're getting from your highest self. You're seeing other secrets for people and you're keeping them sacred. In silence and in solitude, you find your strength, but sometimes secrets need to be told. That secret hurt a lot of people. It hurt me for a long time. And if that secret had been kept between the husband and wife, there would have been a problem in that too. The next thing that comes out is dragon, which is interesting because I'm an Aries dragon. And I gotta tell you, that was one of the messages I posted this morning. There is a dragon. There's a dragon in my twin's life and this person is not good. This person is the King of Swords in reverse or the Queen of Swords in reverse. But I am also a dragon. I am also a mirror, but I am not the same. So the dragon, supernatural, you are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. Remember I told you someone's coming back from the dead? Rise with dignity. Speak your truth. Stop the secret. Song right now, I've got my eyes on you. So, and I'm getting when fate brings old friends back to life. Right? There's a reason. Everybody that comes into your life, they come for a reason. Time, season. So, Chinese symbol. What is your Chinese symbol, Sherry? Dragon. Now, there's different types of dragons. My mom was a dragon too, but she was a metal dragon. Very different than me. I'm a wood dragon. Right? That's why I said Earth is very important to me. So, Sherry's choice reveals she's stronger and smarter than anyone expects her to be. Nice, which means they don't expect me to be very smart. She can be stubborn as a bull, but only because she's usually right. She has been through more pain than most people can even imagine, but her struggles have made her indestructible. She is the most loyal friend you will ever have, and that's why she's loved by those closest to her. She is smart, but she doesn't always show it. She knows it gives her an advantage when people underestimate her. Her only weakness is that she cares too much. I gotta tell you, that is me. And that has nothing to do with being stuck up. That has everything to do with knowing who I am. So right now, 3 fell out, right? The dragon fell out, the keeper of secrets fell out, and the swan fell out. Now remember in the Brothers Grimm, the ugly duckling that was actually a swan, a beautiful swan, who is transformed into elegance and grace, is there to inspire you with dignity and the spirit of their beauty. And the dragon is telling you that you're ancient and you have the wise sage wisdom handed down to you. You can shapeshift. You can be all of these things. You don't have to be an Aries, a Gemini, a Libra, Aquarius, a Pisces, right? You're everything. You're a shapeshifter. And there are some secrets that you need to keep. Some secrets need to break. So isn't there a song? Song, secret that you keep. Secrets that you keep. Secrets that you keep. Secrets. Song right now, just hold on, I'm coming home. Secrets that you keep. Lyrics. The romantics. When you close your eyes and you go to sleep, it's down to the sound of a heartbeat. I can hear the things that you're dreaming about. When you open up your heart and the truth comes out, tell me that you want me. Tell me that you need me. Tell me that you love me. And I know that I'm right because I hear it in the night. I hear the secrets that you keep. I saw somebody in my dreams last night. I literally woke myself up from a dream yelling at the person. There was my brother telling a story and he wouldn't listen to me. And I said, and the person was speaking about somebody, saying that this person was watching me, this person cared about me, but didn't want me to know that they cared about me. They wanted me to think that they didn't care about me. And they wanted to win at all costs. All that it mattered was that they win. And I said, I know who that is. And I said the person's name out loud. I screamed the person's name. And when I screamed the person's name, what was going on was I was in a room and someone was telling a story. And there was a fireplace. And the fireplace walls started to open up. And inside you could see into the attic. Listen to what's going on. I see the secrets that you keep, Lynx, right? I see the secrets that you keep. I see them in my sleep. Something's transforming here. And when it opened up, when I screamed that person's name out loud, it was not the person's name. I said, I know who that person is, that spy. And I said a different person's name. And the person that was lying on the bed was not that person. And then I woke up and I said, I can't even believe I just freaking woke myself up screaming in a dream. And I did. And the person that was lying on that bed was tall and slim, and they had their ankles crossed, and they were listening to me in my sleep. And the reason that my brother wasn't listening to me when brother was saying, well, I felt like defending that person. I wanted to defend the person who was spying on me. I do that. Why? Because I care too much. This is a message for whoever picked this. And I want to think the best of people. And so I rose up to defend that person. And I said, I know who it is, thinking it was this other person that I always chose to defend. And it wasn't that person. It was the person that I asked for. Song right now, I needed to lose you to find me. You set fires to my forest and you watched them burn. I needed to hate you to love me. Right? Wow. 2 months to replace me just like that. So when I saw this person lying there, who I saw it was a flash. It was a mirror of somebody. The person that was lying there wasn't who I saw. I saw the person lying there, and then what flashed in my mind was a mirror of my cousin, my favorite cousin, that was tall and slim and dark hair and blue eyes, and I loved him. He was my Huckleberry Finn. I said to the universe, I said to God as a little girl, bring me one like him. I want one like him as my own. That's who was lying there in that bed. We always go into it blindly. I needed you to lose you to find me. So right now, somebody's been keeping secrets. The Lynx, right? They've been the silent observer. They've been the shapeshifter. They've been pretending, showing themselves in different ways. But there's a transformation. Why do people do the things that they do? Why do people do the things they do? What is it that you want me to show them? What do you want me to show them? Show me. This is going long for the first message. I gotta move on. Maybe that's the message. I gotta move on. Right? You promised the world and I fell for it. I put you first and you adored it. Set fires to my forest and you let it burn. Sang off key in my chorus because it wasn't your story to sing. Right? So maybe that's your message. Let it go. There's been a rising up from the dead. It's time to rise up with dignity and grace. And some secrets need to be, some secrets, it says right here, nothing can deceive you when you trust your inner self. Somebody's been trying to deceive you, right? Who is my future partner? And they show me. They already showed me who it is. I already know who it is. It is the mirror of my cousin. So for you guys, I'm asking Spirit if there's something else I need to give you. And if you don't understand a message in this, it's not your reading. Because whose reading this is for, they will understand what their message is. Correct for neutrality on all levels. The wolf, the bear, the eagle, the bison, they're all part of the same. They're all the same. The bear, the eagle, the wolf, the bison. So, the shapeshifter, they're all the same person. That's the message. No, I can't take that many, just one. Correct for neutrality. I'm losing the light. I'm losing the light. Balance. Okay, that was the message, right? So there you sit, between two sides. Are you giving and receiving in equal measure? If you tip the scale too far one way, you're going to be out of balance, right? You fall out of alignment, and then your priorities are skewed. So you got to get back to the middle. This is Lady Justice stepping in. Remember I said there's somebody who knows, there's somebody who's listening, somebody who could possibly be a Libra. Or could be a mirror of a Libra. My daughter's not a Libra. Yes, she is. She's a Libra. Libra. Okay, and they're also telling you that you may be juggling, right? Remember I said that person that thinks he can do it all and he's juggling it all? You're keeping things moving, but you're creating a false sense of forward movement. You're doing it in order to keep intimacy away from you. And Spirit says stop. Take the risk. Allow love to penetrate your defenses, your resistance. Okay, that's the end. I got to move forward. That's the end. I got to move forward, right? And that's like what I said to that guy. You got to just keep moving forward and let Spirit handle it. Okay, from that, I'm getting a different message. So I don't know who that was. Sorry. Freaking don't know who that was that we spoke with first. I'm gonna put them down so I can remember who the hell I'm working with. 1, 2, 3. Well, I spoke of this first. So water, element. The next one will be the essential oils. Okay, the essential oils, and the deck is supposed to be the Divine Circus Oracle. And my light's going. I'm losing my light. Hold on. Forget me not, someone says, and the answer is you're unforgettable, and you already got your message, and I knew what it was. That's what I said. It came out in the reading with this man today. Joker is wild. So basically, this is, if you're a control freak, you might as well just hang up your hat because you're going to lose your shit. You can't control this. The Joker is wild says at this point, anything can happen. Anything can happen, and if you think that you can control the events, think again. Remember I said that to him. If you think that you can control this, because you're good at what you do and you've been juggling and you've been doing all of this, you're not going to be able to control this because there's something that's going to happen that's going to subvert anything that you understood before. You cannot control it. So the best thing for you to do is just keep doing your thing. Just keep doing you. Set appropriate boundaries. When your intuition speaks, you listen to it and allow Spirit to handle it because there's something, I'm not going to show that now. You show me that later. The Joker is wild. Spirit's going to step in and do something. They're going to do something that you can't do. They're going to do something that you couldn't possibly even imagine having happen. It's a good thing. It may not be what you think it is, but it's going to be good. I keep being shown the same thing and over again. My raw ruby, she's got it in the center of her third eye. Right? Passion, love, rooted, grounded. Soul, and they are showing me a juggler. This is the counterpart to the juggler who's exhausted, the one that's trying to do a million things and doesn't think I can do one more thing, but Spirit says yes you can. The counterpart. I didn't know that before. It's interesting. Okay, so the Joker's wild. Anything can happen. The waters are calm right now. So it's like somebody said to me, my neighbor brought over his compressor for me to use, and another neighbor brought me a staple gun to get my little trailer going again, right? And Spirit said that they would provide miracles, and it would be from people that were neighbors that you didn't necessarily know. Well, Canada's a neighbor, right? There's somebody in Canada that's helping me. I already know that. They're a neighbor to this country, and I don't necessarily know them, but they're helping. And Spirit says, be open to accept help from ones that you may not know. They're going to come together. Spirit's going to bring everybody together to assist. And all of a sudden, my landlord knows the guy next door. He says, yeah, I got a compressor. His other friend had the nail gun. They brought them to me. And I wrote to them both and said, thank you very much for allowing me, you know, to use your compressor. And the compressor guy says to me, yeah, while I looked at that, and that's quite a project, he says, you know, but one day, he says, you're going to look back at that and you're going to laugh. And I said, laugh? Yeah, I'm going to look back and laugh and say to myself, freaking, I can't even believe I did this, but it won't be for a while. But Spirit says that's kind of what the situation is. The universe has a sense of humor. That wasn't fun for me. It wasn't funny for me to buy this thinking, oh, this is so adorable, right? All I have to do is redecorate it, only to find out that the guy knew the thing was completely soaked through and rotted. And $2,400 later, I'm paying in order to rebuild something from the ground up, right? It was a learning experience. It taught me a lot of things, but that's my story. That's something that I'm not going to scrap because water damage got into it so badly that it wasn't able to be, you know, it was rolling down the freeway like nothing was wrong. I was going 80 miles an hour down the freeway, dragging that thing behind me, and it was literally falling apart, right? So think about all of these things that are happening right now. There's a sense of humor. Spirit sees you were driving down the freeway with something that was literally falling apart. So we needed to do something. We needed to intervene. A divine intervention is what we call a delay. It's basically a blessing, right? So right now, Spirit's telling you that you may feel like you've been dealt a lame hand, right? This freaking sucks. But you get the Joker. And when you get the Joker, anything can happen. It's unpredictable. And you're going to overcome the odds. You are going to be the freaking winner. Whether it looks like the wolves are at your door. The song, Bones, right? The wolves came and went, and we're still standing. They did their damnedest, but we're still here, right? That's the message. You're gonna get the trump card. That's funny, because in my dreams, I don't go all political on me. I'm not gonna go political on you, but I've got to give you what this means. I don't like Trump, okay? I don't like what he stands for. I don't like what he's done to my animals. I don't like anything about this man, period. And in my dreams, they show me the one that I love's father as Trump. And what they're saying is, you're gonna get Trump's card. You're gonna win. You're gonna beat the odds. You're gonna go from the darkness to the light. And you're not gonna see it coming. It's gonna come out of left field. What is it? Build it and they will come? That's the message, right? Do it. If Spirit tells you to do it, you will get what you need. Build it and they will come. That's basic. So I'm building my trailer. I'm building it back and I'm building it different. I'm not doing it exactly the way it was built before. I'm running along little support beams right next to it to make it stronger because it wasn't built strong enough. The people who designed it didn't build it to last. They built it to fall apart. That's how they designed it because they wanted to keep that one from moving forward, right? But I'm going to build it with support so that it goes the distance and it's going to be taken care of. Message, 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 message. So it's a trick from the universe that you may not be laughing, you know, while you go through it, but you're gonna know how much the universe loves you. Like when I freaking did that reading with that man today, I don't know how. I was like, okay, I sound like a babbling idiot, right? Why is this? Why? And then I'm looking and I'm just allowing my intuition to guide me. And literally it all circled back around and every single puzzle piece fit together. It was phenomenal. So that's what Spirit's telling you. You're going to know that the universe is working for you, with you, and they are not laughing at you. They are there to hand you the winning ticket. Woohoo! Yeah, essential. That earth is essential for me. Hell yeah. Earth element. Okay, now we're going to move on to the Ascended Master, that's also very earthy, Mother Earth, okay? Ascended Master, my mother is in spirit, and that is my master, along with my brothers that are up there, Michael, Raphael, and Metatron, all working with me, right? So we'll go for this one next. What deck do you want us to use? Shapeshifter, that's pretty funny, considering this one is a shapeshifter. Didn't we say this one was air? I am Aquarius, remember? Okay, let's move all my stuff out. I got so many decks up here. And I keep thinking about the fox. Oh God, there it is. There it is. Your message is right there. Okay. I keep thinking about the fox and the wolf. I actually have them on my table, sitting one on each side. There's a fox and there's a wolf, and then there's the undersea world, Neptune's garden in the center. I don't even have to actually say a lot for the people that are supposed to get these messages to understand what I'm saying. I understand what I'm saying, just saying them. So a twist in the tail in your life that you did not expect coming. It's kind of going with the other ones, right? And it's a change. So this is basically, remember I said the twins who were different, right? Look at these two. They're twins, but they're not of the same kind. One's a ferret and one's a fairy, right? Ferrets back themselves into a hole to keep safe. This fairy, I take this magnetic force of a man to be my lover. I take this magnetic force of a man to be my lover. I love that line. I would use that in wedding vows. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. We can leave the Christmas trees up till January. I've got 2 Christmas trees. That was another message I was going to tell you guys. I haven't even uploaded it yet. 2 Christmas trees. They're both sitting outside. One's a little taller than the other. One has got campers all over it, little camper vans. And the other one has all the animals of the forest all over it. They're almost identical, but they're not, right? But they put those 2 together, the camper vans and the forest with all the animals. I say that's a great place to be. So the twist in the tail of your life that you did not see coming. It's finding out a family that you didn't know you had. It's finding out a brother that you didn't know you had. It's having a surgery that changes the way you look. I've watched that. I've watched somebody, I remember my landlord's cat, Prince. We took him in to have him fixed, and there was something that was wrong. He had crystals in his urethra, and he needed to literally be rebuilt. And so his body was literally, they had to $3,000 later, he was rebuilt. He's got the body of a girl now. He pees like a little girl. And so that's basically the message. You know, your body could be changed and into something else. Now, you could be, that could be symbolic. We express ourselves. That's water, how we express ourselves. My Uncle Phil just lost his mama Kitty, and his heart's broken right now. His wife Linda died, and they'd gotten that kitten together, and he felt like Mama Kitty was the last link between him and Linda, and that wasn't true. Love was always going to be there, but still, her physical presence was now taken from him, and his heart was breaking. And I saw a truck drive by on the freeway next to me, and it was wrapped, and it said family, and there was golden retrievers and cats and kids and moms and dads, and I said, that's our family. It was wrapped in love, and it said, we care. And I thought about snowy egret, remember that. Why are you bringing this up? So I'm talking about, first of all, I'm talking about the twist in the tail that you didn't expect coming. Okay. So what I talked about was Prince being turned into a girl. But then when Uncle Phil, the truck that went by was a plumbing truck. Thank you for bringing that back together. And basically it was a family business, which is our family, our soul family, right? And what Spirit says to us, this is a family business. We care, and we're there to help with your plumbing needs. Do you have a sink that's plugged? Do you have a leaking faucet? And I said, my Uncle Phil is leaking. He's leaking tears right now, and he needs love, and he needs the family to come together. And everybody blew up my page sending him love and healing energy, because that's what family does, right? Soul family, that's us. So all of these things are coming to, everything comes together. And so with this twist in the tail of your life, it's talking about, you know, you may have, planned things out in your life. You may have gotten yourself to a place where, you're very capable, you're set financially, you're feeling safe, you're a courageous person, you are, I don't know, you've done things, you've arranged things in your life so that you feel like, you've got life insurance. You've done things that keep you in a place where you feel like you're safe. But nothing can stop someone from dying. No one can stop, nothing can stop what's meant to happen. If they're gonna go, they're gonna go. I also heard as soon as I said that, nothing can stop that one from dying. Nothing can stop that one from rising from the dead, is also a message I got. And they're telling you right now that you're going to be faced with something. It's a revelation of something. It's unexpected, and it's confusing, and it's going to be like, what the fuck? That's what it's going to be. Spirit says that it doesn't matter. You can't plan for it. You can't plan for what this is. But they'll give you allies. They'll give you strategies or ways to work your way through it and find your way. They're going to support you. You have the skills necessary to help you get through what it is this twist is going to do. But what it's going to do is it's going to completely change your world. It's going to recreate it in a way that you weren't expecting. And you're very unique. So was that other one, right? This could be a breakup of a family. This could be, like I said, the surgery that changed the complete sex of that cat. This could be meeting a family member that you didn't know you had. I met my 2 little sisters when I was 18. Didn't even know I had another family. Found out then that I had 4 other brothers and sisters. Didn't know about that, right? Could be something like that. It could be that somebody that you know has been leading a double life. Like, I know that, but so that's not a surprise. But it may be surprising to you. You who's leading a double life may find out that there's someone else that's been leading a double life as well, right? So whatever this is, whatever the surprise is, it's going to end up being a blessing. So, wow. Okay, so now what? We're going to go, we did this, so now we go to the breath of life. Hi, I'm back, I'm alive again, I'm back to life. I would love to see my son again, right? Speaking to me, because I'm dead to him right now. So it could be that beautiful message that somebody who wasn't speaking to you comes back to life and brings you back into there. That's what this means. Hi, I think that's how you say it. Hi, right? And I see the horse. What does the horse represent to you? What does it mean to you? The horse to me is my grandma. The horse to me represents forward movement. The horse to me also represents aspects of myself and the one I love. The black horse, and when you unzip this black horse, out comes a zebra, right? So we're going to this one. And I don't know what deck we're supposed to use. How many we're at? We're at an hour. Okay, I'm doing good. I know I'm talking fast. I get to use it? Yay. I wanted to use this deck the other day and I was told no. So heal yourself. Reading cards. Right on. Basically what I said to that guy, and we both got the same message, is that, you know what? You just keep doing you and stay on your course, and you stand in your integrity. You speak your truth. Put up firm boundaries. Don't put up with any bullshit. Allow Spirit to handle the rest. And whoever is meant to be in your life is going to be in your life. And it was shown to me that that person is going to be in his life. That one that froze him out. And I know the same for me. I've already seen it. The month is February. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I'm putting these away. I have to do this because I am a neat freak. I have slight OCD, most likely. Overqualified and determined. I love that. Overqualified, cute, and determined. How about that? Okay, here we go. For those who chose the breath of life, and I did because, hell, I'm going to live forever. Correct for neutrality. Do we shuffle it or we take that one? No. Do we take that one? We'll see. I know what it was. We'll see. Correct for neutrality. For those who chose the... Woohoo! Wasn't that one. This one came flying. Help from above. Right on. Didn't we say that this whole freaking reading? Help from above. And it's going to be a wild ride. Look at that moon, that divine goddess energy. And look, I'm tired of being played like a freaking violin. I said that this morning. Tired of being played like a violin. But when that violin was being played, it was shooting out sparks of love and something caught fire. And it turned into, it's going to be a wild ride. These two are both coming out because that just goes along too well. Water and fire, right? Twins who are different. Water and fire. Now, water can put out fire, can't it? Too much water can put out fire, and too much fire can burn up the water. So there's got to be a balance. And check this out. This fire one has got a dragon on her boat. And the one who's playing like a violin, and I know it's a harp, but I had a dream. I had a dream years ago, and I saw this one in a hedge upside down, and standing next to that one was an angel playing a harp. So help from above. You're getting help from above. Most likely an ascended master, right? Someone that you know well. It's a phoenix that has risen. It's a phoenix that has risen. And I said my Uncle Phil's Mama Kitty went into spirit and his heart was breaking. But gosh, I should tell him, right? Mama Kitty. I had these pants. They're my favorite pants. I loved them, but they would get really baggy in the butt later after I would wear them. And my daughter would say, "Are you wearing your Mama Kitty pants?" Made me think a lot about somebody who must have been very much like me that's gone into spirit. So spirit just wants you to know how much you're loved. You're loved beyond more than you actually understand. And there are beings from other worlds also helping you. The Anunnaki is what comes to my mind right now. Someone that you might have thought was dark. But they're working on your behalf. And so are the archangels. This is about divine timing. And what you're being told to work on, you in the water, up to your knees, is your self-worth, your sense of self-worth. As a business owner, you've got a million things to think about. It's about switching from one thing to another that will give you reliability. So you're being asked, what I like about this is what I said to that man, you think you've got it all, right? You figured it all out, you're smarty pants, but we're both being told that we need to ask for help, right? Don't think that you're the one, you can't accomplish this on your own. You need to ask for help. So Spirit's saying, keep asking for divine intervention. I have been asking for divine intervention absolutely every freaking day. And in any area of your life, whatever that might be. I've got a few, right? What's going on in Australia? What's going on with the animals that are being abused by people? What's going on with my twin and myself? What's going on with my trailer and with my finances? Divine intervention. Please step in. Stop this from going on. Please now step in. I'm asking for divine intervention. And I'm expecting you to help me because you told me to ask. So that's how we do it, right? Whatever the barriers are in your life, all we have to do is, what did I say to that guy? Follow our intuition. Follow what we're meant to do. We'll get our signposts. We'll get our guidance. And then we allow who we ask for help to do the rest. I said, I'm asking this of you. I know you have a plan. Spirit has a plan. Okay? They've got a plan of action. They're going to open up the doors for us when they say it's fit, when they say it's right. They want you to drop your barriers, drop your freaking walls. You don't have to be a freaking island. You don't have to freeze everybody out. Let them show you the direction that you need to go. What is your heart yearning for? What it is might not be in the package that you expected it to be in. It's going to alter your life. And your heart's going to be challenged. It's going to be challenged to open more than you've ever had to open it before. And it's going to be, it might inspire fear on your behalf. Maybe pain. Remember, I'm looking at her dress. Remember I said that Prince had to have his chest cut open? It wasn't his chest. Why did I say that? But he had his body cut open. I said something was coming apart. Something was coming apart. And what they show is the curtains opening. The curtains opening. Something was coming apart. It's painful when something comes apart. Something has to come apart in order for the doctor to see what's wrong so that they can repair the damage. And then you build it with support and it goes back together. And this time when it goes back together, there's a pacemaker in it. Oh, I love that analogy. Thank you. Pacemaker. I looked at right when I got that, right? Pacemaker, which is going to deal with the pace that you've been going. You need to slow down a little bit. Things started coming apart. Song, I want you to be happier, so I'm going to go. Something's coming apart so that something better. Oh, wow, chills. Something's coming apart so that something better can come together. Damn, dude. Every argument, every word we can't take back. After all that's happened, I think we both know how this story ends. Only for a moment, I want to turn around. I want to change my mind. But it just doesn't feel right for me. I want to raise your spirits. I want to see you smile. So you have to know that that means I have to leave. Something is coming apart, so something that's meant to be together can come together. These are two seers. And on top of them is a pelican, which represents forgiveness and dropping the weight of the world that they were carrying that was tearing them apart. Wow, I love how this strings together. There was another message in here. So the help from above. Wow. We ran our course. We pretended we were okay. But if we jump together, we can make something of the wreck we made. Okay. So this is information for you. It's coming in your reading, right? And your heart's going to be challenged to rip open wider than it was ever ripped open before. And you're going to go forward. You're going to move forward. And you're going to have faith that something good is coming for you. Don't run from this experience. Allow it to happen. And the message is wild. 1 and 5. 1 is keep your thoughts positive. 5, there's a problem. Things that aren't working, and because of that, a change needs to occur. Because of that, a change is occurring. 1 and 5 together is 6, which is endurance, which is ultimate victory. But it's also keeping your thoughts focused mostly on spirit, and everything else you need will come to you. And this is telling right now that there's something inside that wants to be unleashed. It's desperate to be let out, right? It's tired of being played like a violin. It wants to escape. It wants energy. It wants power. It wants passion. It wants creativity. It wants to be alive. There's a difference. Someone's coming back from the dead. They felt dead. They want to come back. They've been suppressing their wild, outrageous self. The rebel inside they've been suppressing. But there has been a rebel inside. And they've been shrinking down. And their energies, they've been losing their energy. They become depressed because of that. And when that happens, they become angry, cold, boring. Remember I said my daughter and my son, one was boring, one was exciting. Ashamed, boring, scared, too serious, afraid to do anything. But nobody can judge you. Nobody can blame you but you, right? You're the one who beats yourself up. So Spirit says, stop living a sham. I love that. That's the curtain. Stop living a sham. When I see this, the curtains ripping open and tearing down and opening up, I think of in The Wizard of Oz, right? The magician was behind the scenes pulling all the strings, and then Dorothy came and opened up the curtains and saw that it was just, oh my God, it was you all along. Just one person. This person that felt like they needed to project themselves out to be so much bigger because they didn't think that just being themselves was going to be enough. They had knowledge, they had gifts, but they had to show themselves as a wizard, right? In order for anyone, but what they were doing was they were trying to control people. They were trying to make people afraid of them by controlling them, and it's being torn apart. You let go of the control. It's time to be wild. This part of you wants to come out. Look at this part, the dragon inside of you. It's sensual, passion. Remember the ruby at the third eye? Happiness again. Truthful, courageous, passionate, bold. It's in you and it wants to be set free. Yes, it is inside of you. Something coming apart so something better can come together. Bam, we're done. We're to wrap. Wrap this movie, right? This is the tale. This is the movie that, the scary movie that you were taking part in is going to have a happy ending, right? Biting your nails all the way through it. And then when it comes out, Spirit had a plan all along. You just didn't know what it was. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Are we done? Yes. All right. I picked up a deck. That's interesting. Oh, I used it once. All right. I thought I picked up a deck and I didn't even use it. Sometimes you don't, right? Sometimes the things you pick up you don't use. Oh my God. There are so many messages in that. Do you catch that? Sometimes there are things you pick up that you don't use. You could pick up bad habits. You didn't use them. You could pick up a person and you didn't use them, right? Some things you pick up don't work, so you don't use it. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Are we done? Yes. All right, you guys, we're at a wrap. I will upload this and get this to you as soon as possible. For those who needed these messages, you'll get them. And for those who don't understand, try again a different time, different place, different bat channel. Love you.